Hey guys, I'm Sarah, and today I have a special 100 calorie per serving clean eating pumpkin pie recipe. So during the holidays, you probably see a lot of pie recipes, and my pumpkin pie recipe is part of a special playlist featuring some other YouTube partners here on YouTube. So if you haven't heard of these other channels, I encourage you to subscribe and check out their pie recipes. Some of them are delicious. So without further ado, let's get started on my clean eating pumpkin pie recipe, which is already almost gone. So to start, we're gonna make the crust. We're gonna preheat our oven at 425, and I'm just gonna use my Ninja blender. If you have a food processor, go ahead and use that as well. There we go. I'm gonna add in 4 graham crackers. Now, if you're gonna make 2 pies, I would suggest adding 8. That's 4. Break them up so that they can blend a little bit easier. Now, I'm also going to add in a half a cup of oats. Now, today I'm going to use Irish quick cooking. Now, use what you have on hand. That's what I'm all about. So here we go with the oats. There we go. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of coconut oil. Get some heart-healthy fats in there for y'all. Then we're going to also add in a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. Now, I'm just going to add in about a half of a teaspoon. We're gonna add more later to the actual filling, so we don't want too much. And we're also gonna add a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of honey to kind of give it a good kind of sticking together texture. I'm gonna add in, here we go. It's a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, kind of the messy chef here. And then let's go ahead and add about a tablespoon of honey. So we have all of our ingredients in the blender. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mix it all up together. And I'm also gonna use a tablespoon of butter. This kind of helps secure it. Now, this actually isn't regular butter. This is a Greek yogurt butter. So instead of using animal fat, it's actually made with skim milk, cultured Greek yogurt butter. It's kind of cool. It's by Ilios, so you can get that at one of your local specialty grocery stores. If you're really interested, I'll have it on my blog, sarahfit.com. And it looks good. So basically with the butter and the coconut oil, we're combining the crust so that it sticks together. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump out the crust into the pie crust, or into the pie pan plate. And we're actually gonna put this in the oven and we're gonna bake it for 10 minutes and then we're gonna let it cool. As it's baking, we're gonna be making the filling. You just wanna press it down into the pan, make sure that it gets down together. What I like to do sometimes, if it seems like you've got a little bit too much, which it almost looks like we have here, you can save some to kind of sprinkle on top. Everybody I know likes a little bit of sprinkling. But you know what, I think we're gonna be okay. At first it looked like we were gonna have too much, but after I've pressed it down, it looks like we're gonna be good. And now for the fun part, the filling. So canned pumpkin is one of my favorite things to buy during the holiday season. So we're gonna add in our cup of pumpkin. Now you're gonna have like half a cup left. So I suggest adding it to a little bit of almond milk, maybe add in some chia seeds, let it sit for a while, let the chia seeds absorb some of the liquid. It'll be good, trust me. All right, so we have our canned pumpkin. Next, I'm gonna add 2 egg whites. So here we go, I have some Organic Valley. I always try to get cage-free organic eggs when possible. Now, if you don't have that as an option, I understand, but just my suggestion. There you go. Now, I actually learned this from Bethany Frankel. When you are cracking an egg, if you crack it on a hard surface, rather than the corner of a bowl, you'll have a better way to crack it open without getting any shell in your recipe. And one more egg white. See, opens up very nicely. No shell in the recipe. Thank you, Bethany, for teaching me that trick. So we have our egg whites and we have our pumpkin. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add in our pumpkin pie spice. Now, if you don't have pumpkin pie spice, it's a mix of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, cloves, and cardamom. You can make your own. There's some recipes on yumly.com if you wanna know how to do that. So we are only going to be adding 2 teaspoons to our mix. Here's my teaspoon. Next, we're gonna add in some of our sweetness. Today, I'm gonna be using agave. You can also go ahead and use honey or maple syrup. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of agave nectar. Now, a 1/4 cup is actually just 4 tablespoons, so feel free if you don't wanna use your 1/4 cup to just do 4 tablespoons. Now, you can also do a stevia substitution, but if you're making this for guests, a lot of people can totally tell when stevia has been used and they're not big fans. So, you know, it's the holidays, just go with some agave. And lastly, we're gonna add in a 1/2 cup of unsweetened almond milk. I usually use vanilla, but they were all out at the store, so I just have regular. I'm gonna add a little dash of vanilla though. And just a little sweetness. All right, so we're gonna stir this all up together. I'm gonna take the crust out of the oven, make sure that it cools down to a good temperature. It's not piping hot. I'm gonna add in the filling and then I'm gonna bake it for 45 minutes. So it might seem like a long time, but it's pumpkin pie and it's gonna be worth it. So I just took the crust out of the oven. Looks delicious, starting to get a nice little brown in the edges. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let it cool down. Then I'm gonna put the filling into the pie crust. We're gonna bake it at 425 for 15 minutes, then we're gonna turn the oven down to 350 and cook for another 45 minutes. So I'm definitely excited to see how it turns out. I know you guys at home are as well. So go ahead and add your mixture. So here we go, we have it. It's all set, it's steaming. A few minutes ago, I was impatient and I touched it with my fingers, so it doesn't look completely perfect, but it looks amazing. It's solidified. We actually didn't need to cook it for the full amount of time that I thought we would. We cooked it at 425 for about 7 minutes, and then I turned it down to 350 for another 30 minutes, and it came out perfectly. When I do burn the crust a little bit, and I learned this trick from Oshi Glows, I've mentioned her on my videos before, she says that it's just rustic. So I thought that was kind of a clever way. So people are like, hey, you burnt the crust a little bit. It's just rustic, but I like burnt toast. So, you know, a little burnt crust. You won't get that if you're patient and you let your crust cool down completely before you add in the pie filling. So that was my mistake. I was in a hurry because I was filming this for you. So hopefully you still enjoy your pie. So the pie came out amazing and it tasted great. All the ingredients were clean. Everybody enjoyed the taste. Nobody suspected that I was trying to be a little bit healthier than I was. If you made this recipe, let us know how it came out down below. And if you made any little substitutions, share your suggestions as well in the comments. We'll see you soon.